Oh, there you are, YouTube. So, as part of the Keanu Reeves Marathon, we finally watched, here it is, A Walk in the Clouds. You know, Keanu Reeves has this reputation for being the greatest guy, the nicest guy in Hollywood, the kindest, most thoughtful person. And this movie, which is about a person coming home from World War II. Keanu Reeves, his name is Paul in the movie, and he's coming home to his wife, which he married like right before he left. He like met her, fell in love with her that night, and then met her, fell in love with her, and then married her like in the span of a weekend, and hadn't seen her in like 4 years because he was fighting World War II. Comes home to see her. You can kind of tell they are not a match. And he has some business to do, he sells chocolate, so he's, gonna go do that for a while she stays at home. And while he's doing that, he meets this woman named Victoria, who is pregnant but not married, and she is going home to her family, and she is very scared because her parents are very traditional, and she is afraid they are going to basically disown her. So they're talking, and then Keanu's like, hey, how about I act like I'm your husband, and then I can walk out on you to where nothing is your fault, and it's all on me. I'm the bad guy. I'll take the blow here, and then, you can just be, remain on good terms with your family, and I'm the bad guy, not you. And takes him up on his offer, and so they do that, and he gets to meet the family. Anthony Quinn is her grandpa, and he is so great, and each time Keanu tries to bail to, leave her, basically, Anthony Quinn stops her, and he's like, hey, let me talk to you here, because he's kind of like a silly grandpa. And they own a vineyard in California, and it's just like super beautiful, and the vineyard they call it the clouds, basically, so A Walk in the Clouds, that's what that is. But this movie is funny in that I like Keanu. It's almost like a parody of Keanu Reeves in a way, because he has this reputation for being the greatest guy ever. But then in this movie, he plays an even better person, or equally as good person. Just everything he does is perfection. He is flawless. He is just a perfect character, there to help in any way he can, show kindness, show love. It's just so funny because I don't know, we know this about Keanu the person, it's how we all perceive him anyway, but to see him play a character like that, but then like dialed up to 11 is, it's funny, but this movie is so, I guess, schmaltzy, but beautifully so. Like, it's romantic, and I don't know, I kind of loved it. Like as you're watching it, you're like, okay, this is so unrealistic because of how things are working out and how great Keanu is, and just the setting, the location, everything is just like pure perfection. And the only like antagonist is just, the traditional values of Victoria's parents. So I don't know, it's just such a nice, easy watch, and I love, like, I think it has a pretty bad like score on Rotten Tomatoes and like Metacritic and stuff like that, but I was looking at Roger Ebert. He's like, I don't trust him, but I enjoy reading him and watching him from his Siskel and Ebert days. But he like absolutely loved this movie so much, and I was just like reading, like the blurb that he has on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, okay, that's cool. He really liked this movie. But then at the end, I picked up this DVD. I looked at the back, and it has a little blurb that he gave, and it says, "I love this movie. I love every single thing about it." And it's just so funny because I can just imagine people watching this rolling their eyes thinking, oh my goodness. But I just love the 100% sincerity they put into the romanticness, the flawlessness of these characters, and the beauty, the imagery that we're seeing. A lot of the score is even sort of schmaltzy in the way that it, runs with what you're seeing on the screen. It's just like overdone with all of that saccharine feeling, but it works. I just like it. It's nice, and I don't know if it's necessarily, is cozy the right word? I don't know if cozy's the right word. I don't think I'm going to say that, but I can definitely see myself watching this again. A nice, easy background movie, and again, it's just so interesting to see this idea of Keanu that we've created for him on screen. I don't know, this movie, got past me when I was growing up. I never ended up watching it. So this was a first time watch for me. And, I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just wasn't thinking about it being so romantic. I thought it was going to be boring and sort of a slog to get through. Is that the right word? Slog, just kind of like slow, boring movie, but not one full of passion. Like, just innocent, saccharine passion, I guess. Schmaltzy passion. It was just really good. I don't know. I can see where people would hate this movie, laugh at this movie. I was even laughing at it, but I feel bad for laughing at it because it just really believes in what it's saying and putting out there, and I think that's beautiful. So, I don't feel like it deserves the laughs I was giving it, or maybe it does, but I think I'm able to recognize that this is, schmaltzy, but beautiful at the same time. And like Roger Ebert, I love this movie. I love every single thing about it. Right there. I agree with you, Roger. It's just nice. It's so nice. If you want something kind and nice and beautiful and romantic, passionate, watch A Walk in the Clouds. It's great. And Keanu's really handsome in it. Extremely handsome in it. So if you're looking for that, my wife approves. Extremely handsome in this movie. So on that note, thank you so much for watching this vlog, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.